Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, Miami Fairbairn to kick it Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Picked in the air, intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Well, you ain't got no feet.
And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Miami Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Cody Parkey.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And Tate's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Running back again, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete.
A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Texans have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it's complete. Henry, the 40, the 20, 10, and he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Setting up the screen to Kelly. No gain on the screen there at second down.
To Joshua Kelly.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Incomplete.
Herbert's pass.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Brings up third and goal.
To the air again, Herbert. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Chargers 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go look at the tackle and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Texans football to start quarter 2. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Ball carried by number 20.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now he'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's complete to his running back, Joshua Kelly. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that will tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can see he's looked pretty good to this point. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At the 35-yard line. An 8-yard pickup.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He'll rifle this. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Houston.
Complete.
A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey board games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10-10 at their own 25.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's caught by Kelly. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there. 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now Herbert a little unsure of things, so he's going to go ahead and call a timeout, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And this is complete. It's Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert throwing again. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened.
He got into the end zone. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into the field. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. The kick by Parkey is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
Texans 21.
So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we've reached halftime in a what? So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
3-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down now. It's Kelly, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. It's brought in left side by Tate. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Number 84.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is right through. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 20.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Intended receiver there was Donald Parham. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. On 3rd down, Herbert. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is
is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Herbert. Has it knocked free. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On 4th down, Herbert. This is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Watson on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Nasir Adderley on the tackle.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Texans push further out in front. Showing some grits and some guts going for it there. 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
Extra point. By Fairbairn, up and good.
Taimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25 yards.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air again, Herbert. He's going to dump this one down to Kelly. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. But it's incomplete. Joshua Kelly is running back, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Kelly on fourth down. Able to slip it by, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Third and goal.
Now Herbert, third and goal. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Mike Williams. Incomplete.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. One last throw here for Herbert. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't